hello, my fabulous peeps. I pray all is well with everyone on this beautiful Monday. If it's still Monday for you, I'm up. So I said somebody else may be up in another time zone, right? Because it may be still a little bit early. And I says, like, I got to come on live. I got to come on live and just kind of connect with my people so they will know who I am and I know who you are. We get to know each other in this space. And those of you don't know, I am a home-based business coach and also a licensed financial rep, where I do everything from the womb to the tomb, helping women to understand the money game. Hello, fabulous. Helping them to understand the money game, right? So they can understand how to keep more of the money that they make, right? And the essential of having a home-based business in order to design the life that you want, protect your income, right? So you can keep more of your money, because just the way the system is, and it's so important to have one. Even if you have a dream funder, which is a 9 to 5, and you've been trying to figure out, okay, how can I be able to leave my 9 to 5, and I have all these gifts and talents, and how can I monetize them? And so with that is what I do. One of the things that I do as I just work with just the whole picture of making sure that your financial house is built right and tight with that. And so just kind of, a little bit about me. I am teacher Melanie and I used to be a classroom teacher as well as an administrator. Hello, fabulous. And I realized one thing: as much as I love education, education does not teach the money game at all, right? It says, go to school, get good grades, and then you're going to have this amazing life. And unfortunately, I know far too many people who have gotten the degrees, right? And plenty of the AA, the BS, right? The MS, right? More mess on. And then the D, top, right? High and mighty, high and money, spending countless amounts of money, hundreds and thousands of money, and unfortunately has not been able to yield the results of those degrees. And so in this space, as I do believe that entrepreneurship is not for everyone, but I do believe that everybody should have a business, if that makes sense, right? If that makes sense. And so why is it that we need to have them? Well, because the way the system is designed. And for those of you that know, the system is designed for this, right? Either you are paying more taxes because you have a home base, but you're working for somebody building up their business, right? Or you have a business that now you can leverage how you do your life, right? And now when I say that, that means that you're able to keep more money in your pocket, because first and foremost, regular expenses, with your home, utilities, rent, your mortgage, even how you travel, your children, hallelujah, right? your children, because of your home-based business, now you're able to leverage those things with a business, as opposed to if you just have a 9 to 5, you could not leverage your utilities, your rent, a portion of your home, right? Your home office. You couldn't write those things off. How you travel, you could not do that. But when you do have it, you can leverage, right? And that allows you to keep more money in your pocket. And so that's one of the things that I talk about. That's why I love what the opportunities that online allows people to have, that they can still have their dream funder if that is a desire that they want, right? But still be able to leverage their life by having a home-based business. And I talk about having a digital home-based business, because a digital home-based business, even if you have a product or you're a service, it's still essential to have a digital business. Why? Because you can leverage 24 hours a day. right? And if we understand the four quadrant when it comes to making money, right? The first quadrant being that you are an employee, right? They tell you how much you should make and they cap your salary. And then as a business owner, which is great, now you're getting a little bit more independence, but if you're not there, you're not making money, right? Then you have the business owner that whether you are there or not, you can still make money because now you have a system that is in place, right? It's duplicatable, right? And then you have the investor where now money is working for you just as hard as you are working for it. And with the blessing of digital products now puts you in the position that you can make money even if you're not there, right? Because is self-run. There's a system that is in place. There's an automation that is in place. There's just some couple of things that you have to do. Hey, fabulous! Hey, fabulous! There's just couple of things that you have to do on the front end, right? But once you set those things up on the front end, it now puts you in the place that okay, now I can go ahead and make a passive income. Now that income that is being made, now you take up that income and you put it in different types of investments. So now money is working for you just as hard as you are working for it, right? Because we can make a lot of money, but we can lose just as much and quickly if we do not really put ourselves in the position of paying ourselves first, right? And so, as I said, I love the fact what digital products allow you to do, right? That you can generate multiple streams of income on top of that, which is one of the reason why I started in this, in the financial service industry, because being a classroom teacher, that having the opportunity of just teaching people how to leverage their lives, right? Leverage their lives. And for me, this is a passion because if just a little quick backstory, 2008, 2009, when the financial market crashed, my husband and myself crashed with it. We had 13 investment properties and we end up losing 11 out of them through short sale, foreclosures. Then on top of it, one of the mortgage companies ended up suing us and we had to file for bankruptcy. And I tell this story because I want people to know that life does happen. But despite of that difficult situation, and it was a difficult situation spiritually, physically, in our marriage, in our finances, of course, but we made a decision that the decision was either this situation was going to make us or break us. And when we chose to allow it to make us, right, to make us much wiser, to make us understand how money works and what it means to pay ourselves first, and that paying ourselves first does not mean to go shopping, but paying ourselves first is putting money in vehicles that it can continue to grow whether we are there or not, right? Creating a legacy, and I talk about this, as a mom of three divas, and putting things in place that we have to understand of how to create legacy, right? Because as I said, money comes, and money also has wings. But when you leverage, right, how you live life and being in control instead of money controlling you, you win the money game on top of it, right? And then the other thing too, I realized that there are so many people out here in these streets that have so many skill sets, so many skill sets. Their experiences, okay, that they have gone through that really had nothing to do with them, by the way. It has nothing to do with you, by the way, right? It had everything to do with the person that needs you, right? That needs your skill set, that needs your ideas, that needs your insight that you can offer because of your experience, because of your knowledge. That now you can put it into a course, right? A course where you can put it into an ebook, right? You can host a webinar, all these things that you can put in place, that you can leverage your skill sets, right? Even if you've never had any experience before in running in a business, just the simple steps, right? And if you haven't done so, I do offer a complimentary home-based business checklist that I think you should go ahead and check. Once you go, when you find my my link. You just go there and you find that. Go ahead and sign up. Sign up so you can get on my email list, right? As I have so many things that are coming up, that you go ahead and get started. And even if you don't have any technical experience, and you're like, I'm not tech savvy, or I'm afraid. Listen, I'm here to help you to take that fear out of you, right? Because God has not given you the spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. And He wants you to show up in this space, right? Wants you to show up, right? And so you can get into the marketplace, get out of your mind, right? Or anybody that's in your ear telling you, oh, I can't see you do that. You can't do that. Listen. If God has given you an idea, He didn't give it to everybody else. He gave it to you. So you don't need to go to anybody to ask for their permission, okay? Or ask for their blessing. God has already blessed you with these skills and talents already. And so this is something that has really inspired me to just help people to get to the point of, listen, start with where you are. You don't have to set up the legal formation of the business whatsoever. You can start as a sole proprietorship, but you need to go ahead and start, right? You need to start thinking about, okay, what's the name that I would want my business to be? Who am I talking to? And a quick rule of thumb, if you're not quite sure who your target audience is, I need for you to look into the mirror. Because at the end of the day, who your target audience is, you. If you have experienced some type of breakthrough, or you have some insight in something that you've experienced, right? And now you understand, you are your target market. And so, what is that thing? What is that thing that you've experienced great breakthrough? And for myself, it's the experience of, now money is working for my family and myself. Money is working for my children. Money is working for my husband and myself. Money has showed me how to increase our net worth to 1 million, because I didn't want to be at the time, as we continue to move in 2025 and 2026, and net worths are going down amongst our people. And I'm saying it doesn't have to be that way whatsoever. It doesn't have to be that way. But once you just start. It's what is such a blessing for me is when I work with my clients and I help them to get their financial house in order, and they say, I can't save, I can't invest, I can't do this, and I can't do this. And I said, well, can I help you to find where the money is? Let's help identify. And it's not to put down or anything, but it's to help them to see a different light and to see that they are important. They don't constantly have to keep pouring their money into somebody else, right? Making sure their bills are paid first and all those wonderful things. No, that's not how the money goes, right? You have to make sure that your financial house, right? You pay yourself first, and with saving and investing. That's how you do that first. And so when they say, well, I don't have, I need to get another a job. And I'm like, no, you don't need another job, because you're going to continue to pay more taxes. You're trading your time once again. No, you need an opportunity, whether that's an opportunity being in my industry, one of my industries with the financial service, or an opportunity that you get your digital product together. All right. That's why I say, if you have not connected with me, make sure you go on my email list. Make sure you go on my email list so you can get started. I have so many different resources and products that can help you. No matter if you just like, listen, I got 10,000. What can you do, right? I got 100. I got 400. I got whatever it is. I got you, because I'll need for you to start with where you are, right? And get out of your mind and into the market space so you can design the life that you want. And in designing the life that you want, that you can help others get what they want, right? If you ever heard that quote from Zig Ziglar that says, you help somebody get what they want, you will get what you want. Let me say that again. Why is that? Because when you don't get so consumed about what you need and what you desire, what you want, it really puts you in a place where your mindset starts to shift, where you're like, I've got to do more because I have to help more, and I can't help more if I am broke. I can't be the person that God calls me to be because I am broke. but you can be the person that God has called you when you made a decision and you realize what the word of God said, that God said he desires for you to prosper even as your soul prosper and be in good health. That means that he has something more for you, but you kind of get out of your mindset that God is not in a box. There is no limit on what he can do, right? Because once again, he said that he will do exceedingly above and beyond all that you can ever ask, think, or imagine. So whatever it is that you imagine, right? Whatever the empire that you imagine, God can do bigger than that. He can do bigger than that, and he wants to do bigger than that for you and your family, right? But you have to get started, right? Something is better than nothing, and perfection will paralyze you. Let me say that again. Something, okay, starting with where you are, is better than nothing, and perfection will paralyze you. And even if in your mind we're just like, I want to do this, but that industry is so crowded. So many people are doing it. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Have you ever been by the salad, go down the salad dressing aisle in the grocery store or any store? And when you go down that aisle, you see all different types of brands. Ken's, right? The store brand, right? Or the Wishbone, right? Or it doesn't matter. You see several different brands. You don't just see one, right? So that means that those brands, they're all making money. They're attracting their own person. That particular person who likes Wishbone. I like Ken's Greek salad dressing myself, right? That's one of my favorite salad dressing. When I like salad dressing, that's what I like, Greek. That Greek Ken's. If you need to try that out. Okay, anyways, I digress. Okay? I like that. And maybe you might not like it. Maybe you like Wishbone Thousand Islands, or maybe you like Wishbone's blue cheese dressing, right? There's a particular lot because you like the way that they make that product. And guess what? It's okay. So same thing for you, right? Same thing for you. That's why you don't have to compare. You don't have to compete, but you just dominate in your industry. You understand it in and out, that then people are attracted to you and just like, wait, you know a little something. You've been the person that I've been looking for. You're the person that I need, that's going to help me to get to the next level. And I'm like, yep. I've been called, or I've been called and I've been chosen for such a time as this. So whether you are a mom, whether you are a busy mom, right? You're a busy wife, you're a busy worker, entrepreneur. Maybe you're older and you're just like, boy, I want to do something different, but I don't have all these different tech skills. I hear so many things that I got to be on this platform and I got to post that. And if I can show you how to be able to be focused, so you're not feeling all over the place, that you not be overwhelmed, right? Starting with where you are and your skill sets and how we can give it to craft something, right? Even if you like, I don't want to show my face, I can show you what you can do. I can show you, but and how you will still be able to make some type of profit even if you don't show your face. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that absolutely amazing that you can still do so many things and you don't show your face? Maybe your employer just like they don't want you to make anyone, to try to keep you in bondage, right? All these restrictions, oh, you can't do this and you can't do this, and you're just like, well, I need to do something because this is not sustainable for my family and myself, so I got to do something. And you're able to do that with a faceless, right? You start with where you are. So as I said, make sure you go ahead in my feed where you can see my link as well, and I'm going to go ahead and put it in the chat. Here's one teacher, teachermelanie.com, and so you can go ahead and register so you can get on my mailing list. Get on that mailing list. Join this movement. Join this move. Don't be left behind. Don't be left behind. Do you know that the digital industry is a $1 trillion industry? It's going to be $1 trillion industry. How much of that do you want or do you need? to sustain the life that you desire. Not only to sustain the life that you desire, but able to reach back and help someone. How much is it that you need? How much is it that you need? What is that vision that God has given you? And he's told you several times, I need for you to go ahead and get started. I need for you to go ahead and get started. How many times that he's told you, you know, I want you to go ahead and bless that brother, that sister, right? And your mind is like, I can't do that because I'm barely, I don't have enough for myself. But think about the widow with the oil, and the man of God says, go and get it. Go to your neighbors, go to your neighbors and borrow as many containers that you can possibly can, and then when you get them, you're gonna sell it. Entrepreneurship. He said you're gonna sell it. And when she got it, and the oil was pouring because she stepped out on faith. I want you to see how powerful it is, right? Why you need to step out on faith, because she stepped out on faith, right? When every single bottle was filled, the oil stopped. She had enough money to take care of her son and herself for the rest of their lives. That's what God will do. When you step out on faith, that's why this is so passionate for me. When you step out on faith, God now puts you in a situation where you become you have more than enough, because this is something that is bigger than you. You know, if hopefully you saw my video on YouTube where I talked about hiring your children. And I did a little cute little skit with my daughters, and I did that because, you know, we think that hiring our children is just for them to do houseworks. No, it's about teaching them work ethics. It's about teaching them how to manage their money, how to take an inventory, how to do social media, right? All these things. You can hire them in your business, right? Hire them. You pay them. Now they can go and those things they want to do. They want to do ballet or dancing. They need their personal hygiene stuff. Now you can get the benefit because now you have paid them in the business. Okay, you show them how to manage it, or actually you're managing it. Okay, let's say that. Okay, they still read the perks of it. Maybe you start them on their investments, right? Their retirement early, because now they have earned income. Ding, 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 ding. Custodial Roth IRA. That's a whole nother different game plan right there. That's a whole nother different game where you can now start, you know, preparing them for independence. How awesome is that? How awesome is that? How awesome is that? So, you know, I hope that this is, you know, so you will know a little bit more of who I am and why I got started. I got started because I wanted to be the one that writes the check. I want to be the one that can help people to understand the money game. I want to be the one to see that face when that child can go to college without having any student loan debt because of the thing that their parents did at an earlier age, from the time they enter in the world. Maybe they didn't start early, right? But they started something, and to see that that child can graduate without having any student loan debt. I started in this business because there's some things that my parents experienced. Now that I understand better, family, friends experience, you know, and being of a distinguished age, you know, because we don't get older, we just get more distinguished. Right, being distinguished in my 50s, there's some things I want my younger. If I know now what I know now, listen, all my young folks out there, all my young folks out there, what I know now, uh, I'll be in a different place. But I'm glad for the place that I'm in, right? Like I said earlier on today, I said that you have to prosper where you are planted. You don't wait to get to your destination to start celebrating and start enjoying your life. You start enjoying your life where you are now, and then you can enjoy it that much more when you get to that there, right? When you get to that point where God calls you to be, but you have to start, because, you know, You miss out on life when you don't celebrate those small things. You miss out on life when you don't enjoy the journey. You miss out on life when you allow others, right, things, people to control you instead of you being in control. So it's about showing you how to be in control, no matter the time, no matter the season, no matter what's going on. How to be in control. Got to be control. So if you're ready to be in control, right? Put in the chat whenever you see the put control, 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 control. Because it's about showing you how to be in control, so nothing or no one can control you because you made a decision that you want more for yourself and your family. So put in the chat control. Put in the chat control. It's more. It's more than you think, more than you think. So I pray that this has blessed you and encouraged you on this day. You learn a little bit about me and my passion and my crusade. And the other thing, if you don't know, that I do homeschool. I'm also a homeschool mom. I can work from anywhere, which is phenomenal. Okay, even the days when it's kind of crazy and you're like, oh my gosh, no, it's still good because I have my time. I have my time, and I can design the life that I want, right? But one thing about entrepreneurship is that you still have to be disciplined with your time, and that's sometimes where that's a challenge for me. So I have to make conscious the decision. That's why one of the products that I have is a digital planner, which I use it digitally, but also I print it out to keep me focused, accountable, right, to myself spiritually, physically, emotionally, financially, because I have there in there self care. I have in there about daily and monthly spending, a place I can write the vision. What's the goal that I have for the month, so I can see it, right? Because God said, write the vision and make it plain, because he that reads it will run with it. What's my income goal? What's my business goal? As well. So as I'm going through the planner, I'm booking things, I'm going to see those things. I even have my vision board on my phone as well, that when I see it, I can go ahead um, and be accountable to those things. So as I said, I pray this is a blessing for you and your family. Make sure you go ahead and connect with me. Make sure you go ahead and connect with me. Let me say that again. Make sure you go ahead and connect with me in these streets. Okay, so go ahead and connect um, by going to my site, Teacher Melanie, and downloading that complimentary home-based business guide that's going to lead you to the road of entrepreneurship. Even if you have no experience, or maybe you've had an experience and you fail and you're just like, I've heard it once, I've heard it twice. But listen, baby, there's 3 times a lady. You got to hear it one more time, because you have to keep going. You cannot give up. You cannot. So with that being said, my fabulous piece, remember to pray, plan, and believe, because God is still in the business of doing miracles. All right, make it a great day. Bye, fabulous.